Hey everyone, Brian here from Vintage Classic Specialist. Happy Tuesday, everyone. It is time for another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. So let's start off with this pup, which is pretty much done. I may probably drive it around a little bit more, but installed some of his accessories today that had been on the car previously, and then let's see, I think just one new one, I think. So one of them was he has this very cool rear window louver, and it's not like the one that you normally see. I want to say that he said it's from Australia, but I don't 100% remember. But anyway, super cool, and again, not the one that you typically see. This one's super high quality and looks good and fits like a glove. So there you go. Anyway, put that in. Not too bad to install. A little bit of a pain, but not that bad. And let's see. I think I had done all this yesterday. The big one that I installed today that was a new one was this very cool accessory passenger side rear view mirror. And it's not one that you really see too often. And it's kind of weird, but in a cool way. And so if you haven't quite figured it out yet, the driver actually looks at it through the windshields and then obviously back alongside the car. So kind of cool, pretty different looking, again, from what you normally see. And so yeah, we got it adjusted where at least me, and I'm kind of tall, I'm like 6'1", at least me sitting in the driver's seat, I can see pretty well out of it, to the side, back behind the car. That's not to say that it couldn't be adjusted a little bit more, but I think this is how it's supposed to go. So anyway, pretty cool. And again, one of those things that you're not going to go to a car show and see, 20 other cars, especially beautiful black oval windows with this mirror on it. So makes it kind of fun. Good little conversation piece. And it was new old stock, and he's got the box, which is in amazing condition. So of course he'll hold on to that. And so, yeah, there you go. So put his knob back in for his heater control. And what else? I think those were kind of the major things. I did take it for a couple different drives today, a couple different times, and adjusted his idle, checked his ignition timing, stuff like that. Everything seems fine, seems to run well. Again, we did not rebuild his long block. We pretty much stripped it down to a long block and then did, I guess, what I like to call a cosmetic restoration of the motor. So looks brand new. Sorry for the glare there. Looks brand new, and the outside of the motor essentially is, as far as everything being freshly powder coated, zinc plated, etc. But yeah, we didn't touch the long block, which seemed to run really well, and it does seem to run really well. I took it for a couple spins today, and it runs really good for a 36 horse. So I think he's going to be very happy that it still runs good, and now it looks as good as it runs, maybe even better. So the only other thing probably I'm going to have Rene look into tomorrow is doing something with this part of the apron here. And it seems like there's a layer of paint under this sort of flat paint that's shiny. So I don't know. We're going to see if Rene can maybe remove this outer layer of kind of dull or even semi-gloss or matte paint, because I believe, and I think that the owner said that when he got the car, the whole thing kind of looked like this, and then he had somebody kind of, I guess like color sand and buff the whole car and exposed this. So I'm pretty sure that is underneath here, and we can bring it out with some color sanding and so on, so that when he pops open his engine compartment and you're looking at this beautiful engine, you're not distracted by this sort of ugly flat black part of the apron here. So probably have Rene check on that tomorrow. There's a couple other little paint details we may see if we can address. But other than that, this puppy is done. Other thing was a bunch of the electrical was not working. And I don't know if it's just, from like working on the car or what, but his turn signals pretty much weren't working. This one seemed to have a blown bulb and then loose grounds. That one, the wire was almost ready to break off. By the way, this car does have the original wiring harness in it, which is in actually pretty remarkably good shape for its age. But it's also, you know, a 70-year-old wiring harness. So there's that. But anyway, yeah, so fixed the wire there, replaced the bulb there, monkeyed around with some grounds a little bit. And other than that, I believe, at the moment at least, everything works. Tail lights, stop lights, turn signals, headlights, running lights, all that good stuff. His horn works. Oh, that was the other thing I spent some time on today, was his accessory horn button here. So got that installed, and it has some issues in it, and the little chrome ring that goes around the inside there is not actually the right one for this wheel, so I had to kind of like trim it a little bit. It's sort of hard to explain to get it to fit, and some stuff like that. But cars, well, let's see. I think this one does actually honk with the car turned off. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, it works, and looks amazing. I love that that horn ring with this steering wheel in particular. It's just freaking beautiful, and a nice complement to his interior, which, if I do say so myself, also looks pretty beautiful. So yeah, super gorgeous details on this car. Some accessories, but not overboard, you know. The cheese grater, the vent there, which again isn't the one that you normally see. The little safety thing, which actually lights up with the tail lights. And yeah, this cool mirror. Anyway, guys, I will probably do a thorough walk around on this car before it leaves. So, but yeah, I kind of covered most of it here, but I'll do a separate video, so it's kind of a standalone thing on this car. The other thing that I did, and then I'll talk about the other guys today, was I started the teardown of the extremely gross motor for the white 67 Beetle. And this motor is super disgusting. I think I showed it before, and it's just gross. And you can kind of see just like crud all over it. And almost all the screws I took out, I had to use a impact driver, one of the ones that you like hit with a hammer to like twist screws that are locked. And yeah, almost every screw on this motor I had to use that on. At least all the like sheet metal screws that hold the tinware in place. Almost all those were very frozen. Everything else I sprayed copious amounts of aerocroil penetrant on them, and most of them came out okay. But yeah, I'm going to get this thing tore down to a long block, and then I may send it off to Brothers as a long block, or I may tear it all the way down myself just to see kind of what we've got in there. I'm not 100% sure on that, but regardless, I will at least get it down to a long block the rest of the way. This exhaust, which is super rusted onto the heater boxes and stuff like that, probably try and get that off. I may have to cut the muffler off, and of course spare the heater boxes. But yeah, I don't know that muffler is going to come off on these slip joints, so we'll see. But if not, I'll cut it off. It's not a big deal. And yeah, get this thing stripped down the rest of the way. Okay guys, so let's talk about the green bus, because that is what Mr. Rafa and Mr. Santiago worked on pretty much today. So let's take a look here. One thing is that the seat stands went in, which are these, or seat stand mats rather. That's these rubber mats here. The car didn't have these in at all when it came, and of course it should. So went ahead and got these. Wolfsburg West makes these, super nice, and Santiago went ahead and installed those today. I don't remember when I showed this car last if it had the door panels in it, but if not, there they are. If I did show them before, then there they are again. Anyway, so another big thing that Rafa did was he assembled and installed all of the pop-out windows. So all the seals, everything like that went on these today, all 6 of them. And then let's see what else he did. He took out the rear window and reinstalled it with a new seal, put in a new hatch seal that you see there. The old one was super crusty, so that went in. I don't remember if I showed back here or not, but here it is anyway. Went ahead and did all the vinyl and carpet and stuff back here. So a lot of this will be covered with the furniture for the SO42, but it's nice to have it nice even under the carpet. So we just went ahead and did that, and the vinyl on the sides and the spare tire well, and went ahead and did carpet all the way down into here, which again, most of this won't show, but still kind of nice to have it covered. And then we are going to get a new cargo floor mat from Wolfsburg West. So that'll replace this one that's kind of seen better days. But yeah, the interior on this one is pretty much done with the exception of putting in the front seats. And then there's like a piece of beading, or chorizos, as the guys call them, sausages that go over there. They still need to go in on both sides. And other than that, and putting in the front seats, and the front kick panels, which we haven't put in yet because the owner wants some speakers up there. So we're probably going to put some, like, we'll have to see what'll fit, maybe like 4 or 5 inch speakers in the kick panels up there. And then we'll put all the furniture back in the back, the SO42 stuff, and then figure out where we're going to put a couple speakers back here somewhere. So that is that. Let's see, Rafa also pulled out the taillight assemblies and put new seals on those. Likewise, pulled out the license plate light and put a new lens and new seal on it, and restored the bulb holder. Just tons and tons of little details like that all over this bus going on here. I think those are kind of the major things, guys. He cleaned up and reinstalled those cargo door handles there. You see those. So that is pretty much the update on this one. I can't wait to see it with the front seats in. I think I showed you guys those front seats and they look amazing. Let's go see if those are here. I don't remember where we put those. Oh, here they are. Yeah, I think you guys saw these, but there they are again. I guess I'm just probably showing you guys a bunch of stuff for the second or third time, but we're proud of how things look that we make. So there you go. Anyway, those should be going in the bus very soon. All right, guys. Well, that is what happened today in our shop. So thank you all for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.